Bladed Articles.
Hello and welcome to Bladed Articles. Today for you guys I have got a Kershaw, and to be more precise this is a Kershaw Shuffle 2, as you can see. So just a brief overview of the box. Pretty plain box, black and white. Got Kershaw, black and red, with the Kershaw in red there. Obviously on the black, make it stand out. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And designed in USA, made in China. Although do not knock China made knives, or at least, you know, some of them, because definitely are pretty good. So inside you get your shuffle and your pamphlet, and this pamphlet is ridiculously long, as you can see, and yeah, it's good for a beginner's guide, but such and such for other people, it's just unnecessary fodder, I think. The key features in here, what you need is the care and maintenance, and also the sharpening angle. So this comes in at 18 to 22 degrees. So I know it's not exact, however it does give you at least some sort of something to aim for, basically. So I'm probably going to do 18 degrees because I like mine nice and slicey, and I don't think that was out of the box personally. So anyway, let's move this and go on to point number one, and that is the price. And the price I paid for this is £25. So I purchased this on the second-hand market for £25, and that is an alright price, and I was quite happy to pay that for something that I'm going to use as a beta, and I thought I'd obviously show you guys in the process. So this is on Heine Hands as well for £31.95. However, they are out of stock at this minute in recording, or at the time of recording this video, sorry. On to point number two, which is the colour and scales. So they are black FRN, and they have been moulded into like a groove sort of filed groove shape on there, and because they're quite smooth, it doesn't give great amounts of grip. However, it's better than none. It's yeah, they're not the most amazing, but they will do, especially for the price anyway. It's, yeah, it is what it is for this price that I paid anyway. There is no jimping, unfortunately, on the top there, and nothing down here either. There isn't even any jimping on the lock bar over there, and that's the thing that really has been winding me up. So I'm going to make my own and put some in there. So onto the rear end, and that has got the bottle opener, and that is an ambidextrous, so either side bottle opener on there, and also a pry bar. And there is a little bit of jimping on the back spacer here, so when it is in your hand you get a little bit in there. You can choke up a little bit there, or you can have it back a little bit and go from there at this angle. However, yeah, there is no jimping up that end on the top. You have a slight thumb ramp, but the ergos are pretty good in it for what I needed it for anyway. And the curved design actually does fit quite well in your hand, I must admit. There is a little bit of a hot spot on this clip here, and that bottle opener sometimes does catch on your little finger, but other than that, it's pretty ergonomic, to be fair. Anyway, onto the carry style, and it is tip down and it is right-handed. However, you can switch it over to be left-handed, so not too bad, and it isn't a hugely deep one, as you can see. And also the other point to make when this does go in your pocket, these thumb studs actually catch on pretty much everything when you're putting it in your pocket, and multiple times I've put it in my pocket and the blade's been sat out like that, and I sit down, get up, sit down, get up quite a lot on my job, so that's not a good idea for when that's, you know, sitting down, and that's going to go right into my derriere. Anyway, sounded like a horse then. No. Right, on to point number four, which is the blade. Now the blade is tanto, as you can see, and it is black washed, and it's coming in at 8CR13 MOV stainless steel, and it does say it over there, as you can see. So I do like a black wash finish. I think they are really nice, and they do hinder but also help with scratches. So yeah, it depends on how you like your look of it, basically. But I'm digging it. I like it, in my opinion. So on to point number 5, which is the centering. Now that is just a bit off to the left, if you ask me. Let's see if we can see it a bit better. There we go. So that is just a tidge off to the left for me. However, it's not too bad. And again, that's the other point. It's quite thin, so it's hard for me to get a flick on it, and then you sort of have to catch it mid-air, unless you're doing the spider flick, and then it's not too bad, because yeah, you're not pushing it around. But onto that lock, it doesn't have any jimping in there, so when you're trying to get it across, you do just slip all the time, and that's the annoying part for me. When I'm trying to close it, I have to really go in on this side and use a nail to push that back. You just can't really do it too well with your just your skin on your finger that much. You proper got to dig in. But I'm going to add some jimping on there, so it's going to be alright for me in the long run. Like I said, I bought it for a beta knife anyway, so that's all good, and I only paid £25, so can't ask for the world, can I? Anyway, let's move on. So on to the length. Let's get the tape measure, and we'll go that way. Yeah. So the cutting edge is coming in, when we get it there, I'd call that 5.5 centimeters on the cutting edge, and the overall, because it is curved, it's going to be a little bit trickier. Let's see if we can do this. Let's just line that up. Right, there we go. That's pushing. Wait, there we go. So I'm calling that just over 16 centimeters lengthwise. So I call that 16.2. I'm going to go for on the overall length, and then on the closed, do it that way so it's not wheeling, coming in furthest point to furthest point. Ooh, 10 centimeters. To me, that is smack bang on 10 centimeters. Oh, onto the screw size. Let's go for a T8, because most things are a T8 on the pivot. Yep, it's a bit loosey-goosey, and as you can see, that is just one for the pivot. So I think this is my head getting a bit used. Let's try a T9 in there. Ooh, okay, that's actually a better fit. That might be my fault. Let's try a T10. There we go. So I was wrong. So this is actually a T10 in the pivot. So that is really nice and snug in there. And there we go. There's a T10. So we'll move those back. 10, 9. Swap them around. And then on the back there, we will go for, I reckon they're a T8. God, I'm crap today. What's going on? Let's go for T6. Again, loosey-goosey. What is going on with these sizes? What in the world? Right, okay. We'll go for that. Okay, so we've got a T10 as a pivot, and the rears are coming in. That's nice and snug. That's nice and snug. That's not. Why? That's loosey and loosey, but that one's not. So for some reason, I don't know if those sizes are odd, because when we put that in there, as you can see, it's pretty loosey-goosey. But when we get down to this rear one, right at the back, I think it's a little bit tighter. That's a lot slack, and that's not so much. However, this one doesn't fit in there, but this one fits in here really blooming nice. The same with that one as well. So the one that fits in there really nice is the T7 on these two here, but this one for some reason doesn't like it. Let's try it on this side. Sorry, I'm trying to do this on camera. It's really not happening. What is going on with these sizes? Somebody tried taking this apart already. Friggin' weird. Okay, so what I think it is meant to be is all a T6 on 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. However, for me, I'm more happy using a T7 in this one here and this one here on this side of the blade, just on my particular knife anyway, and then a T6 down there, because a T7 obviously won't fit in there. And then these on this side, the T6 actually fits really nice and snug on 1, 2 and 3. So yeah, bit of an oddball. I think they're all meant to be T6. Let's do the pocket clips as well. Pocket clip screws, yeah, that's nice and snug, and that's nice and snug as well. Okay, so I think they're meant to be all T6. However, I think we might have had a bit of a weird one, and or somebody has actually attempted to open this. If not, that was from the factory. So again, a little bit weird on that front. So on to point number, where are we? Done the screws. So number 8, which is the logos. So you get the Kershaw logo there, and then on the rear you get the designer at the top there, and also I think that is the serial of the blade, and also the blade steel and where it's made. And that is literally all you get on there for logo wise. So I will just try a hair pop. I don't think this is going to do absolutely anything, because this blade has been through a heck of a lot. It's been a beater, and it's been through, I think I took it through a, yeah, so today I took it through a bean can because I was having some beans and the ring pull snapped. So I had this on me and I opened it, and it's really buggered the edge, if I'm honest. It's folded it this way on the first bit of the tanto, and then this way on this side, nice and, yeah, so it's folded it either way on either edge. So we'll give it a go. This is right at the bit where it's barely moved, barely been used, and oh, there's a few hairs on there, as you can see. Now let's try the tanto edge. Oh, 1 or 2. So it is still technically shaving sharp. However, that needed to sharpen definitely. That you can see how it's rolled on the edge there. So all of that there, that's, you can see it's been rolled, because that is not my skin. That is just a roll in the edge, which is a pain in the arse. But we'll get that sorted. Not too much of a hassle. But yeah, anyway, back onto the blade steel. Sorry, I digress. This has been through cardboard, it's been through sheeting, tape, wire, bean cans, food. What else have we had? Carpet, bit of wood. It's had a lot chucked at it this week for such a cheap blade as well. I think it has done rather well. And yeah, I know a lot of more expensive blades that would never have fared as well, and it still popped a few hairs, so I am quite happy in that fact. Anyway, I will just do a size comparison just so you can see quickly. So here is a Kaiser zip slip, and here is EK3 RT, and also a Boca Plus Gust. So that is more its size, Boca Plus Gust size. But yeah, just letting you know kind of size wise what you're dealing with. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching the Kershaw Shuffle 2. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider it. And yeah, will you come back? have a look at some more knives. I've got plenty more in the works, so stay tuned and you will see some more, trust me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.